video is on how we make granola cereals at home.
Earlier, we used to buy all our cereals from the market, and then we found out that most of these cereals, including the ones which are touted as healthy, contain very high proportions of sugar and sometimes sodium. So we decided to give it a shot and try making our own cereal at home, by which we could keep a tight check on what goes in and the ingredients and the quality of each.
Absolutely. Whilst we are totally committed to leading healthy lives, we are also a very typical working couple who remain quite busy throughout the day. So be assured that our recipe for granola is going to be super easy as well as quick. Let's first have a look at the ingredients. Now I have to say here that I'm going to mention the things that we'll use, but I'm not going to tell the weight of each. Because personally, when I look at recipes and I find all the weights mentioned, I find it quite intimidating. And this is a very easy recipe anyway, so I think you should tailor the weight of each according to your personal preference, just like we do. So we start with rolled oats, and that's the base of the granola. I use just plain rolled oats. Even though I said that I'm not going to mention the weight, but usually the packs come in 750 grams or a kilo, and that's what I'll use each time I make the granola. Second, I will be using two different kinds of nuts. Now, the nuts that I usually use are almond, pecan nuts and walnut. I like Brazil nuts too, but Vikram absolutely hates it, so we don't use it at all. Cashews we are never going to use because even though we love cashews, they contain very high quantity of fat. Am I right, Vikram? Now you can grind the nuts a bit in a food processor before you actually put them all together. I used to do it when I started out, but we do not do it anymore because grinding it means that you will need extra electricity, extra time and effort, and also extra water to clean the food processor afterwards. Plus, I think some minerals or vitamins coming from the nuts can be lost in the process of grinding, and also because I'm plain lazy. After the nuts, we are going to use two different kinds of seeds. Again, our personal favorites are sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds, but you can use other varieties of seeds too. Now we need something to add flavor to it, and that is going to come from cinnamon powder, and to add a little bit of sweetness to it, some kind of a sweetening agent. The one we will be using is date honey. Now mind, this is not honey, this is syrup extracted from date plants. This is from the medjool dates, and it is from Middle East. I think it's quite similar to the palm jaggery that we Bengalis absolutely love. You can also use pure maple syrup or even honey. Now I have to say something here. As a doctor and as a Bengali, as an Indian where diabetes is rampant, many of my family members suffer from diabetes, and I frequently hear statements like, honey is very good for diabetics. Believe me, honey, it is not. Anything that tastes sweet will contain sugar. It is going to raise your blood sugar at some point, and it is also going to add to the calories you consume. Now, I agree that honey and fruit-based syrups are slightly better than plain sugar in the sense that they usually have lower glycemic index, which means that your blood sugar doesn't rise as fast. Also, they contain additional elements like micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. However, they are really not a no sugar, no blood sugar rising substitute for diabetics. What else do we use? Oh yes, you need some kind of an oil, and we use coconut oil. Coconut, as we all know, is a superfood nowadays. I find it quite amusing because not that this fact is anyway relevant to granola or this video, but I'm sure Vikram will agree that we have been using coconut for centuries and probably even thousands of years in India. And I remember while growing up, we used to oil our hair with coconut oil every single day from Monday to Saturday, and Sunday used to be our shampoo day. And that is in addition to all the coconut based food we used to consume. All of a sudden, and we hear that coconut is a superfood and can give you superpowers. Well, we are already superhumans by that standards. And lastly, just to enhance the taste a bit, we are going to use a kind of sweet element like dried raisins or dried apricots or even dried and desiccated dates. And Vikram, I can see that you are eating things off before we start.